Hello, this is the TradeSight Forex Market Preview and Global Economic Data Roadmap for this week beginning Sunday, July 14th, 2013, ending Friday the 19th. Hope you had a good trading week. This is all about the Forex market. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal 11. Here's a look at the dollar index daily chart on the screen, and you can see we had a big drop in the middle of the week with the comments coming out of the Fed, the release of the minutes, and also Bernanke speaking from the last meeting. So that was the big excitement for the week. Let's take a look at the euro dollar itself, see how it looks on the daily chart. That put the dollar index back in kind of a neutral zone, and it also does the same for the euro, obviously, pretty much the middle of where we've been for the last 6 months or so. Let's take a look also at the pound, because we do trade that. The pound dollar, a little lower on the spectrum, and actually this is kind of turning into what could be looked at as an inverted cup and handle formation potentially. So we've got a couple of things to keep an eye on, but frankly right now we're kind of mid-range for what this is, and I don't know that I expect much particular action this coming week unless there's some new news to shake the market around. But we have been getting movement in general, and the ranges have been decent. We averaged this week alone on the pound dollar 157 pips per day, and on the euro dollar about 136. So that's not bad at all. We had a nice winner in the middle of the week, and overall decent trading, nothing spectacular, but still something that we can work with. So here's a look at the intra-week action. This is 30-minute bars, for example, on the euro dollar. You can see how we started the week, and pretty flat action. Tuesday it kind of dripped down here, and then Wednesday here's that big move at a strange time too. It was late in the session. Fortunately we were long when this happened, and so we got to capture most of this move, and then the rest of the week kind of flatlined out. We did have a winner in the pound dollar on Friday, and the pound looks a little different this week than the euro dollar does. Here's the pound. We did end up with a winner Friday on the pound on the short side. So overall, an okay week. But when I look at all the charts and look at our Seeker and Comer tools and any of the general chart formations, I don't see anything overly telling that would give us an idea of what to expect for the week ahead. So we'll just be trading it as usual. Let's take a look at the global economic data brought to you by Forex Factory as usual. So here's a look at the data starting this Sunday. Japan's on a bank holiday. UK's Rightmove HPI data. New motor vehicle sales out of Australia. You've got China's GDP, fixed asset investment, industrial production, retail sales. PPI Monday morning out of Switzerland at 3:15 a.m. Eastern Time. These are all Eastern Time. U.S. we've got core retail sales and Empire State Manufacturing Index Monday morning. Business inventory is also coming out at 10 a.m. Monday morning. CPI out of New Zealand that night. And then we jump to Tuesday in the wee hours. Italian trade balance. Here's a big run right here. UK's CPI, PPI, RPI. They do it all at once. And HPI coming out at 4:30 a.m. Tuesday morning. That's a big one. Watch that on the pound. And then 30 minutes later, you basically get the same and trade balance out of Europe itself, the broad European sector. We've got an inflation letter out of the UK. CPI out of the US. That's one of our big three. So in addition to all that data coming out from Europe, we've got the CPI right after it. So we'll be half size Monday night going into Tuesday because of it. Manufacturing sales out of Canada as well. Capacity utilization, industrial production here. We've got the NAHB Housing Market Index, a couple Fed member speeches this week. Monetary policy meeting minutes out of Japan. CB leading index out of China. Unemployment rate and everything that goes with it out of the UK Wednesday morning in the early hours. Building permits and housing starts here. Bank of Canada rate announcement, 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. Crude oil inventories as usual on Wednesday here in the U.S. Got the Bank of Canada press conference to follow the announcement. Beige Book at 2 p.m. Eastern Time here Wednesday out of the U.S. CB leading index out of Australia. Thursday, early hours, trade balance out of Switzerland, current account out of Europe, retail sales out of the UK, wholesale sales out of Canada, unemployment claims out of the U.S., Bernanke testifying, Philly Fed number can be important to stocks, not that big of a deal to Forex typically. We've got natural gas coming out of the U.S. at 10:30 a.m. on Thursday morning. Visitor arrivals out of New Zealand. All industries activity out of Japan. German PPI, public sector net borrowing out of the UK. Spanish HPI, Canada's CPI data, and the G20 meetings begin. That's the week ahead, so obviously it's the CPI that's the big one that we're going to have to focus on here in the U.S., and there's a lot of data that night. That's Tuesday morning. Everything else will be normal trading for us, and hope you have a great weekend and a great trading week. We will hope to see you here in the TradeSight Lab as usual.